everyone, I'm Allie. Join me in creating this interlaced bracelet featuring some 4mm bicones as well as RoundTrio beads. If you need any supplies, remember to look below the video in the description to get links to shop with us online. So to get started on this interlaced bracelet, you can see that we're using 4mm bicones that are going to be kind of snaking along our RoundTrio bead. I like the RoundTrio because it holds the stability having the multiple holes. We're going to be using RoundTrio beads, but skipping the middle hole, just using the right and the left hole. I have an infinite clasp here, which I'm going to be putting on a Jet AB cab to go with my Jet AB 15 Omiyuki C beads, along with 2 colors of bicones. In my sample piece, I did the cream and the jet. Here I'm going to be doing the C opal along with the cobalt AB. To get started, I have my infinite clasp here, and I am going to be utilizing 2 needles with 0.006 Dragonthread in the black color. So to do this bracelet itself, you're going to need about 5 feet of thread to work with the piece, and you're going to want a needle on each end of that thread. You're going to put onto your needle and thread 3 15s. Grab onto one side. I'm using the tongue first of the clasp and going through that soldered loop on the tongue. Grabbing 1, 2, 3 more 15s, and letting that all drop down to the bottom or the base of my thread, making sure that I still have an equal amount of thread on both sides of the clasp. From here, we're going to add our first bicone. I'm going to work with my cobalt color first, and I'm going to take my needle and thread, one going from the right side toward the left, and the other going from the left side toward the right, crisscrossing those right after the clasp. So you can see how that's sitting right there. From here, I'm going to reinforce this because you never want to clasp where you only have one strand of thread coming through. So I'm going back through those 3 seed beads as well as through my clasp, and then once again up through those 3 seed beads, making sure I'm not catching on to the clasp at all. Just going through that little loop and then back through the bicone. I'm going to do that with one side of my thread and then again mirror it with the other side of the thread. That's going to make 3 strands of my dragon thread going through my clasp closure, which I prefer. From here then, we're going to get ready after doing one more pass of thread to put on the first of our RoundTrio beads. So putting on the first of our RoundTrio beads, we are going to start with 1 and 2 15s. We're going to grab our RoundTrio, and we are going to go up through this hole on the far right side. And this is with my right needle. I'm going to decorate the side of my RoundTrio with 5 of my 15 OC beads. And then I'm going to circle around through that same hole one more time, starting down near those 2 seed beads and going up through and coming out as I'm progressing the piece. Anything I do with the left needle, or the right needle rather, I'm also going to do with the left. It's going to mirror itself with 2 needles. Adding 2 seed beads, this time going through the left side of the RoundTrio. Once you're at the left side of the RoundTrio, same deal, add your 5 15s to decorate the exterior of the RoundTrio. Taking my thread coming out of the RoundTrio, going into the bottom of that same RoundTrio and bringing the needle up through the top. Give a nice tight pull on your thread, not your needle. Nice tight pull on your thread to get rid of any extra thread that may be showing. From here, we are going to repeat the crisscross through our next bicone. The next bicone, the one that's at the top or the bottom of the piece, is always going to alternate. So I'm going to add 2 seed beads, and I'm going to add 1 of my opal bicones. With my left needle, once again, 2 seed beads. And this time I'm going to sew through that opal bicone in the opposite direction. So this needle went from the right to the left. This one's going from the left over towards the right, and we crisscross right above. You could continue with this design the whole entire way for the bracelet. This would be a great little wrap design. But what we're going to do is add on some more crystals to get that twisting or that interlacing effect. To do so, our next step is whatever side our thread is coming out of, we're going to put on some beads in that colorway. So I am going to take my beads on the right-hand side here, and I am going to put in on the right that same color that my thread is coming out of. I'm going to put on 4 of my bicones, And then I'm going down to the bottom to that first cobalt bicone and sewing from the right toward the left. When I'm here, I'm then going to pick up 4 of the color I'm coming out of, that cobalt color. And I'm going to sew through the opal bead at the top. And that is going to pull those crystals right over top of that round trio. See how it makes that little loop? This is also a really great and fun design for an earring. The needle that's on the left now, right here, I'm going to reinforce. So I'm going back through all 4 here on the side of the cobalt. You can skip this step if you want, but it's nice to reinforce it. Going through the cobalt at the bottom, through my opal beads as well. You can see I don't have it pulled tight yet, so there's still some thread showing. Up through the bicones. And then once again, your threads get in the same position that one of them is coming out on the right-hand side and one of them is coming out on the left-hand side. From here, we are now on repeat. So our repeat is coming out of that first bead, just like we did at the start. We're going to add our 2 seed beads. Then we're going to pick up our round trio through one of the right holes. 5 seed beads get added. Let that drop down toward that bicone. So back through that same round trio from the bottom towards the top, adding those 5 seed beads along the side of it. From here then, I'm going to add 2 seed beads. And I know that my opal color was the last, so I'm alternating always so that I know that my cobalt color is going to sit there on the top. With the other needle, same thing. 2 seed beads into the far side, into that left side of the hole of the round trio. Decorate the side with 5 beads rather. And once you have those 5 beads on, go through that same hole that you just went through, starting from the bottom, going towards the top to decorate the outer edge. Pull that thread to push it down. Add 2 more seed beads and sew from that cobalt bead from the left side over toward the right. Once you're there, I want you to just pull up on the thread, push down, make sure you don't see any extra, and you're ready to go now. Now you know you're coming out of that cobalt bead that's on the right-hand side. So I am going to add 4 more cobalt. Once I have those 4 cobalts then, the right-hand needle is going to go over to the left, through the opal bicone that sits right below the round trio. And it's a tight space, so it doesn't lay flat because those 2 bicones don't want to fit next to that one, which is what gives it kind of that lacy feel. Coming out of the opal then, I know I'm going to add 4 opal. Whatever I did with this right needle, taking it back to the right then, I'm going to repeat, reinforce with this left needle, going the whole way through there, and then I'm back at the top, ready for my next of my round duos. 12 to 13 round trios later, you are going to get ready to put on your clasp. And you can see how cool it looks in really opposing colors, in that same color, but the see-through versus the opaque, and really how different it can look in the different designs. Keep in mind, it is not going to sit flat. If you do want it to sit flat, you might want to change that first bicone out to a 2mm and the last one to a 2mm, using 1 more 4mm in the middle. It's because you have 2 4s that are coming into 1 4mm, so it's kind of squishing there. I like that. I'm going to turn it to the side so you can see that 3-dimensional interlacing look that's going on. Here at the end, it's incredibly simple. We have the 2 needles here. We're going to add 1, 2, and 3 11/0s. I have my right side of my needle. I'm putting it through the clasp, making sure that the clasp is sitting up to match the same style of the tongue on the other side, so that way it lines up front to front. And I'm going to put on 3 more seed beads and go back through that same bicone. So it's just a repeat of the start. From here, I'm going to take this needle and thread, reinforce it 1 more time, and then take the other side and go through that clasp enclosure area 1 more time as well. The nice thing with these infinite clasps, I have a ton of options for cabs that could go on the top of this bracelet. So I've gone on here, done twice here. And then I'm going to do a 3rd time with this needle and thread. And then I'm going to show you how I would suggest tying off the thread and where we're going to weave back through in order to get rid of our thread ends. So the nice thing with 2 needles, it's always very, very simple to put on the clasp or the closure. Going in here, I'm going to tie right over left, left over right. If you are not confident in your gluing skills, use less rather than more and glue this to the top first. That way you don't get done your bracelet and you have a clasp on that's already tied on that you're not crazy about. So go ahead and tie that off. Then we're going to separate our needles. I'm going to take 1 needle and come down through on the right-hand side here, through those bicones. And then we're going to take the other needle through the other side of the bicones. Once you're in a position where you feel like it is enough tracing back through, you're going to take your thread burner, that's my suggestion, or your scissors, burn down the thread, and then burn that thread end down towards the project. I'm using black thread for this because it makes it easier for you to see. In my cream and jet version, I did use white thread for this one, so you have those options. It's always nice to see how it looks when it's on. So I'll show you about the width here, about 1/2 inch, and how cool those look on. They also, the way that they sit could be done for a necklace too. They'll have that nice curvature. And even like I was saying at the start, a great little simple pair of earrings to go along with the design. As always, thanks so much for joining me in this fun design. If you ever need any materials, we are happy to help here at Potomac Beads, so check on the description below the video to get links there to shop with us online. I wanted to show the piece also just hanging and holding it up. It'd be a great necklace even if you only do it this long and put little clasp or chain on the end, as well as a nice choker too if you wanted to do that design. So hopefully you have a lot of fun and I get to see a lot of different versions of this interlaced bracelet. Remember also to subscribe if you haven't. I don't want you to miss anything from us here at Potomac Beads. Thanks so much for watching. Have fun, Potomac Beaders, and stay tuned for the next inspirational video.